Welcome to Music Education. This is the first of two parts for music. For the second grading, like in arts, we will be discussing on music from the East Asian regions, namely Japan, China, and Korea. Today, we will be tackling about the instrumental music of these nations. Let us start with Japan. Because of their background on different martial arts, Japanese music is basically meditative in nature. People who perform this regard it not only as an art but as a ritual. That is why they perform it with much respect to the instruments as well to the music itself. Their music is always related to their religious festivals, work, dance, love, and regional songs. It is with talent that they achieve perfection in playing their musical instrument, but it is with passion that they master it with their inner strengths. Let us familiarize ourselves with their instruments, starting with percussion instruments. Odaiko. It is a big Japanese drum that is usually placed in a stand. Tsuzuzumi, an hourglass-shaped drum which changes pitch by squeezing the laces around it. There are two varieties, the smaller one called kutsuzumi and the larger one called otsuzumi. Kotsuzumi is often held on the right shoulder as seen in the picture, while otsuzumi is placed on the left thigh. Taiko, another percussion instrument which comes in various sizes and is used to play a variety of musical genre. Tsuridaiko is a large hanging barrel drum. Let us now proceed to the string instruments of Japan. Koto is a 13-string zither that is plucked using picks on the thumb and the first two fingers on the right hand. Shamisen has a fretless neck and is slimmer than a guitar or banjo. Biwa is a short-necked fretted lute used in narrative storytelling in Japan. Wind instruments. Shakuhachi is the most famous bamboo flute in Japan that has 4 to 5 finger holes and a thumb hole. While nokan is a parallel bamboo flute that is the only melody instrument in No or the Japanese theater. Hichiriki is a double reed Japanese flute used as one of the two melodic instruments in Japanese gagaku music or their court music. is a mouth organ that was introduced from China during the Nara period. Now, let's travel to China. Confucius was portrayed as a teacher, advisor, editor, philosopher, reformer, and prophet of the Chinese people. Being so, he has great influence on the lives of the Chinese people, their tradition, and their culture. He conceived music in the highest sense as a means of calming the passion and of dispelling the unrest and lust, rather than as a form of amusement. Music is part of the duties of emperors, that is to search and establish their dynasty's music through a standard of pitch. It is why Chinese music is still regarded as not a form of entertainment but a principle in itself. Let us identify some of the traditional Chinese musical instruments. Yukin is a moon-shaped lute with shorter neck and four strings. This is used for accompanying local operas. Pipa is also a four-stringed lute but with 30 frets and a pear-shaped body. While erhu is a two-stringed fiddle and one of the most famous Chinese instruments. Yunlu, a percussion instrument literally called cloud gongs, as it is mounted in a wooden frame. Sheng, a wind instrument, also called as Chinese mouth organ, and looks like a set of panpipes with 12 to 36 bamboo pipes. Dizi is a traditional Chinese flute which is played by blowing across the mouthpiece and produces the different notes by stopping the sixth hole found in the rod. Zheng, an ancient Chinese string instrument that has an arched surface and elongated trapezoid with 13 to 21 strings. Pengling are two small bells made of high tin bronze which brings an effect of peaceful dreams in Chinese theater. Now, let's go to Korea. Korean folk music tradition offers a more energetic and capricious contrast to their nation's collection of classical music works. Their music represents the soul and sound of traditional Korean villages with different forms which varies from instrumental to pansori to shaman ritual music. Chongak means literally right music, includes both instrumental and vocal music, and was only for the upper class of the Joseon society during their time. Changak also refers to musical ensembles of men of the high social status outside of the court. Sogak or Minsogak is the music associated for the lower class or the general public. This includes pansori and minyo. Pansori is music performed by skilled vocal singers and drummers, while minyo is a Korean folklore song. Korean musical instruments. Kayagum is a traditional Korean zither-like instrument with 12 strings and is the best known traditional Korean musical instrument. Geomungo is a six-string plucked zither. Its name refers to the color that translates to black crane zither. Hegum is a two-stringed vertical fiddle that is held vertically on the knee of the performer and played with a bow. Piri is used both in the folk and classical music of Korea and creates sound mellower than that of many other types of oboe. Chango is the most widely used drum in the traditional music of Korea. The two-head produces different pitch, which is believed to represent the harmony of man and woman. For your activity, kindly check your FB group for instructions. For your quiz, check your FB group for the link. This is the first of two parts for music education for the second grading. Thank you, and I hope you've learned something from watching this video. Stay safe, everyone!